All right, guys, last part of our technical section on the controls of the house and where everything is. I'm going to be coming out here in the front yard and start out by talking about the main water controls for the house. So over here by the street lamp, you can see that we have this black this black grate here. This is where the main water controls. So this is the water for the house. This is where the water cutoff is for the entire house. If you have like a huge flood or something, you'd want to cut the water here. Like we already went over inside, all of the toilets have their own cutoff, so that's useful as well. But this is the main water cutoff for the house. Then over here, these two green things, these are the irrigation water controls. And so these are the control valves for the sprinkler system in the yard, these two green ones. So if sprinkler guys need to come and do stuff, well, this is where you take them to go for the sprinkler houses. Other thing I want to go show is the blowout valves for the sewer, or I guess they call them cleanouts for the sewer. This is useful if the plunger just isn't cutting it and something's legitimately screwed up in the sewer lines. Those are over here kind of in the front garden. So these brown caps that you see here, these are the sewer cleanouts. Good to know where those are as well. We do have a septic tank. Septic tank's buried in the front yard. Hopefully actually won't settle too much. Don't really want to have a hole end up in the front yard, but septic tank's buried here. Those are the sewer cleanouts for the sewer lines. After that, I'll come over here and go to the main power cutoff. So we already looked at the breaker board for inside the garage, and that's for most of the electrical systems wired up, the circuits inside the house. But if you want to cut the full house power, that's actually in this breaker box here. So this is the external one. Is the breaker box X outside the house. So we have actually a whole 30 amp breaker here just for the HVAC system, and then the whole 200 amp breaker here, that's for the whole house. And so these breakers are the main electric control breakers. Let me get the little wires out there. Those are the main electric control breakers for the house. You can see over here these lines coming in. I'm going to get the cable company, so the internet company is going to be coming out in a couple days here to set up the internet. I'm not actually going to pay for TV cable. I see no reason to. Just stream everything through the internet. Right here, this is one of those covered outlets. Also, we have those on the front porch and the back porch. This one, super useful if you want to do anything outside with power. So if you have like a leaf blower or something that you have plugged in or corded, or you're using power tools out in your driveway or whatever else, this is the outlet. Very, very glad that I have one there. It'd be kind of unfortunate if it wasn't. Well, we actually have hose pickups. There's a hose pickup here. And this little bit here, I don't know how well that's showing up on the GoPro. This little bit here is called a vacuum breaker. And it means that water flow is actually directional. It only flows out. You cannot have water flow back in. So that's definitely good. That's what the vacuum breakers are there for. So talked about the cable connections. This over here, this is the air compressor for the HVAC system. And so this is where the main compressor goes. The blower and the air handler are up in the garage attic, like we already talked about. This right here, this is the refrigerant line. So for the coolant, the refrigerant going through that line. And is there anything else over here? We won't worry about the water. Let me go show you the hose pickup on the other side of the house. So there's a hose pickup right next to the driveway. That's great for washing your car and stuff. There's another hose pickup on the other side of the house, which is probably where I'd run any like spot-based sprinkler systems. Like I said, I am going to get sprinklers installed actually in the backyard. But the other hose pickups over here on this side of the house. Maybe if you had like a water slide for your kids or something, you'd use this one. Both normal hose pickups, both of them have vacuum breakers. So I think that's really mostly it. All already talked about the floodlights and stuff. Let me see, is there anything else? I don't really think so. I think that's most of the technical controls and stuff for the house. If anyone has questions, feel free to post questions on any of these YouTube videos. But if not, I hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough here of this house here. And feel free to reach out, especially friends and family, you know, if you have questions about how anything is set up or what the configuration is like. But otherwise, I hope you all have enjoyed this series, and talk to everyone again next time.